My dear son, my dear daughter, have you ever felt a deep sorrow in your heart, like a mother's tears falling silently for her children who wander far from home? Have you noticed the signs around you, the storms raging, the families breaking, the emptiness that no money or success can fill, and wondered if I'm crying for you right now? Today, I come to you with an urgent message that left even me, your mother Mary, speechless in my sorrow. You have wandered so far, my beloved ones, that my heart, breaks into tears. This video reveals why I wept, the hidden dangers closing in on your life, and the powerful path back to my son's embrace. It's not too late, but the time is now. Heed my words, for ignoring them could cost you everything dear to your soul. If this touches your heart, write in the comments right now, Mother Mary, I hear your tears. And before we dive deeper, become a channel member today. Your support helps spread these messages of salvation to millions, unlocking exclusive prayers and live sessions just for you. Join now, and let's walk this path together. My dear son, my dear daughter, picture me in that quiet moment at Fatima, my eyes overflowing with tears that no one saw. Tears for you specifically, for the way you've turned from the simple path I laid out at Lourdes, at Medjugorje, at every apparition where I begged you to return. I wept because I see your heart wandering into deserts of distraction, where social media scrolls steal hours that could be prayers, where workaholic days leave no room for the rosary that I hold out to you like a lifeline. Oh, my beloved, do you know the pain of a mother watching her child chase shadows? I left speechless, stunned silent by how quickly you've forgotten the promises you made at your confirmation, the baptisms of your own children now neglected. The world pulls you with its shiny lies. Fame, fortune, fleeting pleasures, but each step away tightens the chains of isolation around your soul. Let me take you deeper into this sorrow, my child. Remember the times you've knelt in church, only to rise and dive back into gossip, grudges, or greed. I wept rivers for that, because every unforgiven hurt you carry is a thorn piercing my immaculate heart. Think of your family dinners turning into battlegrounds, where harsh words fly like arrows, wounding the innocent hearts of your little ones. I see it all, from my throne in heaven, and it leaves me breathless, speechless with grief. Because I know the enemy whispers, "It's okay, just this once." But one compromise becomes a lifetime of regret. In Garabandal, I warned of the great chastisement, but you scroll past, dismissing it as old news. My tears fall heavier now, for the young mothers exhausted by endless tasks, forgetting to teach their sons and daughters about my son's love, for fathers burying themselves in screens, missing the spark in their child's eyes that cries for guidance. Go even deeper with me, my precious one. I wept for the hidden addictions gripping so many of you, those secret vices that start as harmless escapes, but devour your peace like fire through dry grass. Pornography on your phone at midnight, alcohol to numb the day's failures, shopping sprees to fill the void. Each one pulls you further from the purity I desire for you. I stood speechless at how normalized sin has become, how churches empty while stadiums overflow with idol worship. Your health crumbles under stress, bodies aching from neglecting the temple my son gave you, and still, you run to doctors instead of confession. Oh, the urgency burns in me. The signs are everywhere, earthquakes shaking the earth as my tears shake the foundations, pandemics reminding you of mortality, wars tearing families asunder. Ignore this, and the darkness grows thicker, risks mounting like storm clouds, lost souls, eternal separation, the unimaginable pain of regret at judgment. But hear my comforting whisper amid the alarm. My daughter, my son, I weep not to condemn, but to call you back. Imagine my mantle wrapping around you right now, warm and protective, shielding you from the wolves circling your life. Start small. Tonight, pray one Hail Mary with true intention, feeling my hand on your shoulder. I've guided millions back this way. Saint Faustina heard me through her doubts. Padre Pio triumphed over temptations by clinging to my rosary. Your wandering heart can find home again, peace flooding in like dawn after the longest night. Picture your future. Children grown in faith because you led by example. Marriages healed by forgiveness flowing from your lips. A legacy of grace instead of brokenness. I left speechless by your falls, but I'm overflowing with joy at your return. Don't delay, for the enemy's time is short and every moment counts. Let me paint this picture vividly for you, my beloved. Envision a mother at the edge of a cliff, her child teetering on the brink, distracted by butterflies. That's me, arms outstretched, tears streaming as I cry, Come back. You've chased careers that leave you hollow, relationships built on sand that crumble at the first wave. Friends fade, health fails, and loneliness creeps in like fog. But I see beyond, to the banquet my son prepares for the faithful. In my tears at Akita, I prophesied woes, yet promised protection for those who obey. Obey now, consecrate your home to my immaculate heart tonight. Place my statue by your bed and watch miracles unfold. Families reunite, addictions shatter, finances stabilize as heaven intervenes. The risk of ignoring, a hardened heart, unresponsive to grace, sliding into despair where joy flees forever. Deeper still, my child, into the personal wounds I weep over. That betrayal from a spouse, the job loss that crushed your spirit, the child's rebellion that keeps you awake. These are not random. They're wake-up calls from heaven. I stood speechless as you blamed me, your mother, instead of turning to prayer. But comfort awaits. Invoke my sorrowful heart, and I'll intercede. Remember Bernadette at Lourdes, mocked and poor, yet healed multitudes through obedience. You too carry that power. The alarming truth? Without return, trials intensify, divorces finalize, addictions claim lives, spiritual blindness leads to eternal night. Urgency grips me. Tomorrow may be too late, as scoffers in Noah's day learned, yet my arms ache to hold you. Start with surrender. Mother Mary, dry your tears with my yes. Floods of graces pour, inner strength to forgive, wisdom for decisions, love that mends all. I've seen it in converts who left everything for my son, now saints in heaven cheering you on. Your life transforms. Vibrant health from purity, deep bonds from humility, purpose that outshines worldly success. Don't let my tears be in vain. Return, and speechless wonder will fill you as heaven rejoices. My dear son, my dear daughter, as we end this first chapter on your wandering heart, feel my tears drying on your cheek. Embrace this truth fully. Write in the comments, Mother Mary, I return to your heart. My beloved son, my beloved daughter, lean close now as I reveal the second wave of tears that left me utterly speechless, the silent storm ripping through your families, dividing homes I dreamed would be havens of love. Have you felt it? The arguments escalating over nothing, children retreating to rooms with doors slammed, spouses sleeping back-to-back in cold silence. I wept oceans for this, my heart shattering at how the enemy sows discord through unforgiveness, busyness, and the poison of comparison via those endless feeds. From Parnaíba to every corner of Brazil and beyond, I see mothers like you, exhausted warriors juggling jobs and homes, while fathers drift into emotional absence. This isn't coincidence. It's a battle for your lineage, and ignoring it risks generational curses passing down like heirlooms of pain. Dive deeper with me into this heartbreak, my child. Picture Sunday lunches turning toxic, a father's sharp criticism wounding his son's spirit, a mother's resentment bubbling over chores undone, teens scrolling influencers instead of sharing dreams. I stood speechless, for I formed families in Eden's image, united, fruitful, reflecting the Holy Trinity. Yet now, divorces skyrocket. Single parents struggle alone, and grandchildren grow without grandparents' wisdom because grudges block reconciliation. In my apparitions at Betania, Venezuela, I begged family prayer. You promised, then forgot amid soccer games and series binges. The risks alarm me deeply. Broken homes breed broken souls, children turning to streets for belonging, cycles of abuse repeating like echoes in a canyon. Without intervention, your family tree withers, heaven's blessings withheld. Oh, the specifics pierce me. Husbands prioritizing promotions over presents, missing school plays where your little girl's smile fades, wives harboring bitterness from unmet expectations, letting love sour into contempt. Siblings feud over inheritances before parents are gone, cousins estranged by old jealousies. I weep for blended families fractured further by step-parent tensions, for empty nesters regretting harsh words that drove fledglings away. The urgency screams, society glorifies individualism, me first, but it leads to isolation epidemics, rising suicides among youth who feel invisible. My tears at Syracuse, Italy turn to blood, warning of such woes. Heed or face intensified trials, financial ruins from court battles, emotional scars healing only in eternity. But comfort flows from my heart to yours. My daughter, my son, I'm not distant. I'm in your kitchen, longing to unite you. Begin the family rosary tonight. 15 minutes that bind stronger than steel. Recall the Holy Family in Nazareth. Joseph, silent but steadfast. I pondering in prayer, Jesus obedient. Model this. Forgive first, as my son forgave from the cross. Miracles abound. I've mended marriages on the brink, softened rebel hearts, restored prodigals. Imagine your home. Laughter echoing, prayers rising like incense, protection encircling against evils. Invoke my title, reconciler of families, and watch walls tumble. Deeper into healing, my precious one. Address the root, unconfessed sins fracturing unity, infidelity's shadow lingering, lies eroding trust, neglect starving affection. Confess boldly. My son's mercy awaits like a father's open arms. Teach children my blue scapular, promising family harmony. Risks of delay. Darkness deepens. Addictions infiltrate youth. Possessions possessed by strife. Souls adrift without anchor. Yet my mantle covers the repentant. Jobs align, health returns, bonds unbreakable. Envision it vividly. Family vacations enjoy, holidays holy instead of hellish. Legacies of faith enduring. Like the miracle at San Nicolas, Argentina, where families renewed sparked revivals. Urgency presses. The great tribulation looms. United families withstand. Surrender specifics. Name the divide. And I'll intercede personally. My dear son, my dear daughter, pause here in this chapter on family division, letting my words sink into your home's every corner. Write in the comments, Mother Mary, unite my family. My dear son, my dear daughter, now let my voice pierce the veil as I unveil the third torrent of tears that rendered me speechless, the hidden darkness of spiritual neglect slowly strangling your soul, dimming the light my son placed within you at baptism. Have you sensed it? That nagging emptiness despite full schedules, the unexplained anxiety at night, the pull toward negativity you can't shake? I wept uncontrollably for this, my immaculate heart aching as you trade eternal treasures for temporal trash, skipping mass for mornings in bed, replacing adoration with apps, letting dust gather on your Bible while news feeds consume your mind. From the bustling streets of Parnaíba to global cities, I see souls starving, famished for the bread of life, yet feasting on junk that poisons. This neglect isn't harmless. It's a silent killer, inviting demons to pitch tents in your life. And the risks are eternal. Numbness to grace, vulnerability to deception, a soul adrift toward perdition. Let us plunge deeper into this abyss I've witnessed, my beloved. Envision your mornings. Alarm buzzes, but prayer skipped for coffee and commute. Evenings collapse into Netflix numbness, ignoring the still small voice urging confession. I stood speechless at confessionals empty while bars overflow, at how "I'm too busy" becomes the devil's favorite excuse. Specifics rend me, young professionals climbing ladders to nowhere, neglecting vows, elders lonely because children prioritize careers over visits and shared faith, parents modeling apathy, dooming offspring to the same void. In my messages at Kaibiho, Rwanda, I foretold horrors from neglected spirituality. History proved it, and now global unrest echoes the warning. Urgency alarms. Without daily bread, Eucharist, scripture, rosary, your defenses crumble, temptations triumph, leading to moral collapses like infidelity or despair-driven choices. Oh, the emotional toll breaks me further. Depression masked as stress, addictions disguised as coping, relationships shallow without divine depth. You chase self-help gurus peddling lies, ignoring saints like Thérèse of Lisieux who conquered through little-way fidelity. Risks mount alarmingly. Spiritual blindness accepts abortion as rights, euthanasia as mercy, perversions as love, slippery slopes to hell's gates. My tears at Naju, Korea flowed blood, pleading return. Ignore and personal chastisement strike. Illnesses untreatable by medicine, losses unexplained by logic, nights haunted by unrest. Yet my comforting embrace awaits, my child. I'm your advocate, eager to flood you with light. Reclaim your soul. Attend daily mass if possible, or virtual if distant. Pray the liturgy of the hours amid chores. I've raised the spiritually dead, Saul to Paul through encounter. Picture transformation. Joy bubbling unquenchable. Discernment sharpening decisions. Peace guarding amid chaos. Consecrate to my sorrowful and immaculate heart. Chains snap instantly. Deeper still, address neglect's roots. Lukewarm faith from poor catechesis. Scandals shaking trust. Worldly wisdom over wisdom from above. Renew through my green scapular, promising conversion. Risks of inaction. Hardened hearts reject salvation at deathbed. Loved ones orphaned spiritually, but mercy triumphs. I've interceded for the worst sinners, turning them to apostles. Vividly imagine mornings ablaze with prayer, drawing co-workers to Christ, evenings in gratitude, healing generational neglect. Like Fatima's seers, small fidelities yield cosmic victories. Urgency burns, end-time signs accelerate. Apostasies, false prophets, anchor now. Specific practices: 15-minute daily exam, weekly confession no matter small sins, family Bible sharing. Heaven rejoices at one return, angels dispatched as guards. Don't let darkness claim you. My tears plead for your light. My beloved son, my beloved daughter, as this chapter on spiritual neglect closes, let my light banish your shadows forever. Write in the comments, Mother Mary, ignite my soul. My precious son, my precious daughter, feel my hand on your bowed head as I pour out the fourth cascade of tears that left me speechless, the crushing weight of unforgiven wounds you carry like boulders, poisoning every step and blocking heaven's rivers of grace. Do you bear them still, the sting of betrayal by a friend, the scar from a parent's criticism, the rage at injustice that festers unchecked? I wept bitterly for these chains you forged yourself, watching forgiveness, my son's greatest gift, wither unused while bitterness blooms into isolation. In homes across Piauí and the world, I see marriages crumbling under grudge avalanches, friendships severed by pride, souls imprisoned in past prisons. This isn't mere hurt, it's sabotage, opening doors to depression, illness, and demonic oppression, with stakes sky high. Unforgiveness mirrors hell's torment eternally. Deeper we go into this torment, I've mourned my child. Recall specifics: the spouse's affair replaying in nightmares, fueling retaliation cycles, the boss's unfair firing breeding distrust everywhere, childhood abuses haunting parenting, repeating traumas. I stood speechless as therapy sessions multiply, but confession lines dwindle, worldly counsel band-aids, my son's absolution heals roots. At my shrine in Siracusa, tears to blood miracles begged mercy embrace. You witness modern parallels in family feuds over estates, sibling rivalries eternalized by silence. Alarm rises, unforgiven sin multiplies, health deteriorates, studies link bitterness to disease, opportunities flee, spiritual growth stalls. Global unrest, nations unforgiving breed wars. Your heart mirrors, risking soul wars lost. The emotional appeals wrench me, nights sobbing alone, days masked in smiles, energy sapped by inner venom. Saints like Maria Goretti forgave assassins, gaining martyrdom crowns. You hold lesser burdens, yet buckle. Risks terrify. At death, unforgiveness accuses like witnesses, mercy withheld as you withheld. My urgent cry from Zaytun apparitions, forgive 70 times 7, or peril engulfs. Comfort surges now, my beloved. Under my mantle, wounds transmute to glory. Start. List hurts. Pray. Father, forgive as I forgive. Offer masses for offenders. I've orchestrated reconciliations impossible, feuding clans uniting, deathbeds healed. Envision freedom, lightness lifting, joy restored, relationships revived. My miraculous metal, worn with intent, accelerates. Deeper healing, trace wounds to lies believed. Unlovable. Failure. Replace with truths from my son's lips. Risks of delay? Wounds infect eternity, barring heaven's gates. Yet prodigals return. Like the thief on the cross, one plea suffices. Picture it. Family reunions tear free, workplaces harmonious, heart spacious for love. As in Lipa, Philippines, forgiveness sparked conversions. Urgency. Trials intensify unforgivers. Forgive proactively. Practices abound. Daily act of contrition for others. Rosary. Sorrowful mysteries meditating. Calvary pardon. Angels record your mercies, tipping judgment scales. My dear son, my dear daughter, ending this chapter on unforgiven wounds, release them into my care today. Write in the comments, Mother Mary, I forgive everything. My dear son, my dear daughter, draw nearer still as my voice trembles with the fifth deluge of tears that struck me speechless. The deceptive allure of worldly illusions trapping you like spiders' webs, glittering with false promises while devouring your true destiny. Have you fallen for them? The lure of endless wealth that never satisfies? The siren call of fame via likes and followers? The illusion of control through endless planning apps? I wept profoundly for these mirages you've chased across lifetimes, abandoning the pearl of great price, my son's kingdom, for fool's gold. In vibrant Parnaíba markets and global metropolises alike, I behold careers idolized over callings, bodies sculpted for admiration, not service, pleasures pursued till hollowed out. This isn't innocent fun, it's soul theft. Risks compounding into spiritual bankruptcy, eternal loss amid applause. Let us descend deeper into this seductive snare, my beloved. Visualize the daily dance, rising for jobs soul-crushing yet secure, scrolling influencers modeling unattainable lives, swiping debts for essentials that clutter hearts. I stood speechless witnessing materialism's grip, homes stuffed yet empty, vacations extravagant, spirits vacant. Specifics grieve. Young men enslaved to crypto gambles promising riches, women chasing beauty surgeries for validation, families bankrupted by status symbols. My warnings at La Salette decried avarice. Modern economies echo, inflating bubbles bursting into depressions. Alarm bells toll, illusions breed envy, commandments shattered, idolatry, God displaced, despair when bubbles pop, suicides spike post-fame falls, emotional depths overwhelm, initial highs crash into voids, friendships superficial, marriages contractual, not covenantal. Like Solomon, riches tested and found vain, heed or repeat. Risks escalate, attachments bar heaven as rich man spurned Lazarus's lesson. Apparitions at Penrith wept over greed. Contemporary scandals, celebrity downfalls, corporate frauds, mirror personal perils. Yet my soothing presence comforts. Illusions shatter at my feet. Detach via poverty of spirit. Tithe first fruits. Simplify wardrobes. Fast from social media. I've liberated tycoons turned philanthropists, stars to servants. Imagine bounty, true wealth in relationships, provision miraculous, purpose divine. My brown scapular vows detachment, unlocking floods, deeper disentangling. Identify idols, career, approval, comfort, renounce aloud, risks ignored, illusions hardened to addictions, blinding to judgment trumpet, comfort, my son's yoke lightens loads. Vivid future, modest homes havens, generosity circles, blessings back, legacy, eternal investments. As in Knock, Ireland, silent visions urged simplicity amid famine. Urgency, Antichrist mimics illusion's grandeur, discern now. Practices, weekly detox days, prayer only, gratitude journals trumping wants, almsgiving stretching faith, heaven treasures the poor in spirit first. My beloved son, my beloved daughter, as this chapter on worldly illusions fades, step free into my light. Write in the comments, Mother Mary, free me from illusions. My precious son, my precious daughter, with quivering lips I share the sixth and climactic flood of tears that left me utterly speechless. The final warning of heaven's mercy window, closing fast amid escalating signs you must not ignore. Do you perceive them? The skies darkening unnaturally, leaders rising in deceit, personal trials multiplying like locusts? I wept in agony for this pivotal hour, where my son's patience nears end, urging final returns before the great illumination strikes. From Piaui's sunsets to apocalyptic horizons worldwide, I witness complacency's peril. Postponed conversions, half-hearted promises, souls gambling eternity on tomorrow. This isn't hyperbole, it's prophecy unfolding, risks cataclysmic. The warning's personal judgment preview, chastisements purifying or punishing, eternal choices sealed. Deeper into this terminus, my child. Signs abound, natural disasters as birth pangs, Matthew 24, moral decays normalizing abominations, my church assailed internally. I stood speechless at your shrugs, wars as news, persecutions as distant. Specifics haunt, families ignoring Garibaldi's mini-miracle calls, youth mocking 3 days of darkness prep, nations legalizing evils I condemned at Amsterdam, alarm peaks, Mercy era wanes post-Fatima centenary, Sears timelines align with now, comet signs, economic collapses imminent, emotional crescendo, fear grips the unprepared, yet hope for the vigilant. Like Nineveh repenting at Jonah, masses could turn, risks dire, unrepentant face lake of fire visions realized. My tears at Hida begged vigilance. Modern Marian movements confirm, comfort envelops, window ajar till last breath, prepare. Scapulars, blessed candles, stocked sacraments. I've snatched souls from brinks, Imelda Marcos to penitent. Envision triumph. Warning converts nations. Your witness saves kin. Eternal banquet awaits. Deeper prep. Daily exam for readiness. Consecration renewals. Evangelization bold. Risks evaded. Perdition averted by final yes. My mantle invincible shield. Vivid readiness. Homes altars. Hearts fortified. Joy amid chaos. As Cuapa, Nicaragua. Rainbows sealed, promises obeyed. Urgency absolute. Even now, return. Final practices. Novenas urgent. Masses offered globally. Testimonies shared. Heed my tears and rise in victory. My dear son, my dear daughter, my tears have spoken, witnessed your wanderings, divisions, neglects, wounds, illusions, and the closing mercy hour. Return fully, my son's arms await. Victory's yours eternally. Share this in your family WhatsApp groups to save souls. Subscribe for daily guidance and watch the next video on screen now. Don't miss heaven's next urgent call. My dear son, my dear daughter, as the echoes of my tears linger in your heart, let me extend this urgent message with a special continuation, a deeper unveiling of the graces awaiting those who heed my cry. Feel my hand pressing yours, for even in sorrow, I bring rivers of comfort and power beyond imagination. You've walked through the 6 revelations. Now embrace this bonus seal of protection against the darkness descending. My tears at this moment turn to pearls of promise for you, the faithful remnant rising amid the storm. Picture the immediate graces flooding your life upon obedience. First, an unbreakable shield envelops your home. No more nightmares plaguing sleep, no unexplained accidents befalling your path. I've seen it countless times. Families in Medjugorje who consecrated saw demons flee, healing spontaneous, provisions multiplying like loaves and fishes. You, my child, will experience finances stabilizing, debts dissolving through heaven's interventions, jobs aligning with purpose, not grind. The worldly illusions shatter, true joy surges, laughter returning to dinners once divided. Deeper still, personal transformations await. That unforgiven wound, dissolved in moments of surrender, replaced by supernatural compassion. You'll forgive not just enemies, but love them actively, drawing others to my son. Spiritual neglect ends, a hunger for Eucharist consumes you. Masses becoming foretastes of heaven, confessions liberating like fresh air after suffocation. Families unite, prodigal children phone unexpectedly, marriages reignite with passion purer than honeymoon nights, elders find purpose mentoring youth. The alarming signs intensify, leaders deceiving with smiles, skies signaling woes, but you're insulated. My rosary, prayed daily, becomes your sword, cutting illusions, binding wounds. Envision midnight vigils where angels join, revelations personal. My child, this trial is your cross to glory, risks for the heedless. Mercy window slams, but yours widens eternally. Comfort overflows. I'm with you in traffic jams, whispering peace. In hospitals, accelerating cures. In boardrooms, granting wisdom. Like Bernadette's spring, your faith gushes miracles. Neighbors converted by your glow. Workplaces transformed by integrity. Urgent call. Tonight, gather family, light my blessed candle, renew consecration. Testimonies abound. Brazilian pilgrims post-Fatima centenary emerged debt-free, cancer-free, soul-victorious. Your story next. Legacy of saints from your line. Write in the comments, Mother Mary, seal me with your graces. My beloved son, my beloved daughter, pressing further into this cascade of graces, let my words envelop you like a warm shawl against winter's bite. Imagine the profound intimacy awaiting, nightly visions of my smiling face, confirming your path, sudden insights resolving long confusions, as if my son whispers directly. Your prayers ascend scented with roses, intentions granted swiftly. That wayward teen returns repentant. The chronic illness vanishes post-pilgrimage promise. Relationships bloom with effortless charity. Even deeper, communal power surges. Churches fill from your witness, prayer groups form in neighborhoods, repelling communal darkness. Economically, doors fling open. Promotions earned by virtue. Businesses thrive ethically. Communities self-sustain amid crises. The final warning's terror, yours becomes triumph. During the illumination, your soul shines, aiding thousands. Alarm for stragglers fades in your security. My tears for you cease, replaced by maternal pride. Daily disciplines yield harvests. 33-day consecration cements bonds unbreakable. Urgency eternal. Act now, for graces compound with fidelity. Testimonies flood heaven, yours among stars. Write in the comments, Mother Mary, your graces are mine. My dear son, my dear daughter, surging onward in this torrent of heavenly bounty, behold the exponential miracles unfolding. Your aura radiates sanctity. Strangers approach confessing sins, drawn irresistibly. Healings cascade through your touch, cancers fleeing, paralytics rising like Lazarus, financial floods, inheritances unexpected, investments heaven-blessed, generosity rebounding manifold. Intimacy peaks, locutions guide choices impeccably, dreams prophetic averting pitfalls. Families morph into domestic churches, miracles routine, blind eyes see post-rosary, possessed freed instantly. Globally, your intercessions avert disasters, nations teetering spared by chains of prayer. Wounds, obliterated, illusions, laughable relics, spiritual vitality pulses eternal youth, vigils joyous marathons. The closing window, your portal to glory widens. Specifics for you. Wear my medal always. It repels curses, attracts allies. Fast Wednesdays, angels feast on offerings, battling principalities, comfort supreme. No fear shadows you, my son's victory yours personally. Testimonies eternalize. Burriti dos Lopez families testify post-consecration wonders. Seize it, pray now, share boldly. My tears, joyous now for your yes. Write in the comments, Mother Mary, miracles abound.